Let's get this party started and here. I was gonna do it about half.
The playlist is private.
Oh, for the love of Pete sticks. Okay.
No. Heat sticks are forbidden.
I'm allowed to have Pete
What
sticks.
is that? Sounds a bit unholy.
Unholy.
You're Italian.
Let's try that then. I didn't know that made a difference if it's mine. There we go, that's better. Oh. Yeah, I just got a message from Lydia saying she's going to be running late, so that's fine. Alrighty. Okie dokie, so... Last where we left off, the wind has, after fleeing Felvin, escaped caverns and its threats, only to find out that they were attacked by eldritch horrors. However, due to the assistance of Perrin, who can possibly be a new member, they managed to escape the horrors by doing what Alwyn does best. No, not seducing noble paladins, but sewer running. They stumbled upon a large battle, and an army of undead heading toward the dwarvish lands. Cold and hungry, the party began their trek back towards Kagrim Gate to warn the dwarves of the incoming undead horde. Meanwhile, Sir Aust and Peacebringer Morgak have returned to the material plane with what Dagon Vor's philanthropy is.
Why
Alright,
does the ambient music has a beat?
I know. It's nice.
It is, but why?
I don't know. I didn't exactly vet the whole thing when I started it, but hey, it works.
Yeah, it does.
It just works.
Yeah, it just works. It just does. All right. So, where we left off, you guys were just about to head to bed. Right now, it's probably around midnight. All of you have just kind of like set up camp for the night in that little camp area that was abandoned previously. Was there anything you guys wanted to do before heading to bed?
What were we doing before we... Yeah, I think I used this picture for one of my presentations in high school. Never mind. What were we doing again?
Also,
For
are we
real, I think
streaming
I saw
right
this
now?
one.
Yes. Yes.
Cool. Alright. Well. Sleep.
Sleep. All right.
Sleep.
And
That sounds
I think,
fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah.
As he coughs up a lung.
I'm fine.
I was gonna ask you,
worry too
like,
much.
you don't have a whole lot of potions left, do you, Morgak?
Huh, I'm still at full HP.
I need to find potions.
Warlock.
Don't remind me.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Also, how are your rations doing right now? Because
Oh,
you
I'm
guys,
fine.
yeah, you guys would have gone through a few by
Ooh.
now.
Yeah, I want to try to contact Paladin Cripsam. Like, he's opening the book and trying to... He whispers to it, Lothar, are you there?
Oh, so you're trying to talk to yourself? Okay.
Yeah.
Roll for Arcana, please.
Arcana or religion, something.
Okay.
Hey!
Yeah.
That's
So,
almost
Nice.
an average roll.
so what you hear is, "Was ist los? What? It's you! It's you! I mean, it's me! It's you! But it's you! Hi!"
Hey! Karen's up.
Nice.
That's good.
Gonna be joining soon.
Lothar, where you are, I can't see you. I mean, I don't know. You disappeared after we returned to our bodies.
So he says, it's like, "I'm right in front of you, my friend. Hello!" And I am waving. And as you look in front of you, you can kind of make a faint sort of reflection or outline of like a paladin just waving frantically at you. Yeah.
Oh, I think I see you.
Sir Oust, you can definitely make this out. Morgak, if you want, you could roll for perception to see if you notice anything.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh yeah, totally. Let's see how this goes. Hello.
Or perception or arcana. God damn.
Oh,
You basically, Morgak, you blink, and then when you open your eyes, you see in full form a Hivsam, but far bulkier and adorned in shining plate armor and a giant sword in his hilt. You can see it like
Morgak
plain
yells
as day.
out, grabs axe.
So
He's
you,
about to start swinging. If anybody stops him.
so is anybody going to try and keep Morgak from attacking Paladin Hivsam?
I mean, what's worse is I think he'd
Morgak.
actually might be able to hit since it's a magic weapon.
Yep.
Whoa. It's the other
It's a
person.
ghost.
It's the
I
other
summoned
Ripsap.
him, Morgak.
It's trying to take you over.
I can feel it if he does, actually. But he's not doing that.
Wait, what do you
Calm
want
down.
I
that
would like to
happened
insight
before?
the ghost.
So, I don't think Morgak would recall. Oh no, he wouldn't because
He
Nur
was, you know,
Nur was passed out in
Yeah.
the ethereal plane, so he would have no
Actually,
idea.
yeah, Smexy, he saw him, back before because we
They
were
were both ghosts.
Yeah. I was thinking like he didn't see him get
yeah.
Yeah, he
possessed.
found him afterwards because he possessed the nerd.
Yeah.
He would still, his first reaction upon, chilling out for the evening, about to go to sleep, opens up one eye, sees a ghost, and going to jump at it. But still, yeah, he'll stop.
You die with
Oh,
a ghost.
oh,
Okay.
still
So
a ghost.
You
So-
have a sudden taste of mint in your mouth.
Lothar pipes up and is like, "I don't have much time, my friends. We must get," and then he just goes.
That seemed unfortunate. What just happened?
Chrism tries to redial the phone.
You get a
Yes,
busy
good.
signal.
Well, that's really unfortunate. Yeah, Morgak, he disappeared. I can't seem to
I saw that.
contact him. So did I.
Morgak stares at the space in which he was. He's gonna appear again, isn't he?
I hope he will, but to be honest, I don't think he will. So you can go to sleep. Well, you should go to sleep, definitely. He won't harm you.
Yeah.
I don't think he can do it.
So
I was not expecting to be attacked by ghosts.
I mean, he didn't attack.
You. Alright, whatever. Good night.
We fight undead things. A ghost is undead.
Yeah, no, that's true.
That's a nice deduction from you.
Mhm.
Hey, he knows about things.
Yeah, he knows about a lot of
It's
things.
kind of spotty about what he knows about. It's like someone knew what they were saying before they told it to him. For reasons, but
It's like the guy who knows who built Mount Rushmore but doesn't know where Mount Rushmore was built.
pretty much. That sums it up.
Fantastic.
So Perrin, upon
Horribly situational.
Perrin, upon seeing this apparition just show up and just vanish almost as quickly as it came, what's your reaction to this?
I haven't really listened to anything that you guys had, so my initial reaction is going to be hide.
Hide. Yeah.
He's a
So
rogue,
maybe-
and that is what good rogues do.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay. Okay, yeah. You guys have no idea where he is. Perrin, it looks
Hey,
like Perrin might have
Perrin.
just like disappeared.
Yeah, even if Morgak rolled a 20, he wouldn't be able to tell.
Mm-mm.
No.
Good.
No. It's probably just like Hawkeye, just like up in a tree branch with his owl, just
Alex
surveying the
can
area.
also not tell because his highest perception roll was a 26.
There you go. So yeah. Is there anything else you guys want to do before you head to bed, or is that it?
Your music stopped.
Oh, I changed it.
Oh.
Yeah, you should be able to hear it. Unless, of course, you got Fred
I
Boat
think
turned
I-
down.
Oh yeah,
Oh, it's
there's
fine. I just
quiet.
lowered
Yeah.
the voice.
Yeah,
it
I
needs
decided to
be
go
at
like
about 80, I think.
I put mine to
Yeah,
60,
was
so
it-
it's not too overwhelming. I can hear myself.
Yeah.
Mine was at 20.
Yeah, that explain it.
All right. So, like I said, anything else you guys want to do? Or you just want to go straight to sleep?
I mean, it's like midnight. It's
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
a good idea to get to sleep.
2
Okay.
minutes.
Are we doing watches though? Or are we just?
Yeah.
Probably need to.
I'll take the first watch.
I'll
Okay.
go with the second because 4 hours sleep.
Yeah.
Alright.
No, you only need. Well, it depends on how long each watch is. 2 hours.
It's the assumption.
Yeah.
So, are you
So,
guys going to plan
really,
on doing like a
Riptam should be
full?
going from the third watch onward,
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
and by then it'd probably just be like, say, Perrin and I don't know, Sore.
I would
Or
say that
house.
you guys just need 2 watches, so it's like a 4-hour differential.
Okay.
Yeah, just to keep it simple.
Yeah. I can basically take the rest.
Okay. So first up to do first watch is who? Perrin and.
I think it's just paired.
Just parent, I'm fine.
Well, in that case, like I'll have Store keep you company.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that. So first watch, Perrin and Store. Let me just go ahead and. Just because I like real dice, I'm gonna use real dice today. What do we got here? Oh, all right. That's interesting.
Was that for encounters or perception?
That was just for me to see on my table what I pick.
A meteor falls, everybody dies.
I wouldn't
Roll
be
new
surprised.
character.
Everybody gets new characters. Yay!
Well, that was-
Roll credits.
All right. Let's see what we're gonna-
Directed by Michael Bay.
Directed by Michael Bay.
There are enough explosions.
The meteor exploded.
And the fireballs. Don't forget the fireballs.
They appeared when, as a part of collision.
Anyway, what
So
did your horrible table say?
it's not a horrible table. It's very well versed.
That's what you think.
Okay.
Here.
So
80% of that.
you hear some rustling near the bushes. Where are
Okay.
you? Where would your character be right now? Would he be in the camp, just kind of like overlooking the bushes, or would he be up high, taking a
I
perch
would be up
position?
high. I'd have some sort of cover from some sort of dense tree I would be up in, and then I would have the owl also circling at its height, giving me a patrol.
Okay, so we'll say that you're in like a fir tree that would still have its like needles up and give you some decent cover.
Tree man.
And your owl would most likely see this quicker because it's up in the air surveying the area. So give me a roll for your owl to see if it notices what's moving around down there.
Okay. And we're doing a perception.
Yes.
What's that fall underneath? Wisdom or intelligence?
Can be wisdom.
Could be
I
wisdom,
think.
yeah.
Wisdom, all right, so he's got a +3 on perception.
Since it is an owl, it technically has advantage.
Yeah, so I'll let you
relying
roll
sight
again.
and hearing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So roll another one, pick the higher of the two.
Yeah, especially it's at night, I would allow that. Okay,
And a
so
+3.
it would be
And I got
plus
a
14 it was.
So, I got
so
a 14.
14's the highest. Okay. It sees rustle of bushes heading towards the party's camp, but it can't make out what the thing is. It just sees something moving towards the camp.
Okay, so I focus in on that area then
Okay.
and see if I can see anything better.
All right. So you roll for perception as well and see if you can make it out a little bit better.
Oh dear, Alpha I see. Oh dear.
From the position you're in right now, it's at a poor angle. Again, you just see it moving slowly towards the camp, but again, you can't make it out. It looks like it's probably about 15 meters out of the open area.
Boom, 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 boom. I need to get a reading on this one spell. Hold on a second.
Meanwhile, you hear Chrisem snoring down there.
Oh yeah, he's giving away your position like no other.
It's a weird habit. He snores while he meditates. I don't know why.
All right, so I throw a cantrip. Sorry, first level silent image up over where they're sleeping to make it look like there's a snowbound or whatever we're looking at in front of them, so they blend in better with the environment.
Oh, okay, good. All right. Do you move from your position as well as you're doing this?
No, I'm getting my bow out and getting ready to attack.
Okay. So like I said, you have survey over the camp, and you notice a small furry nose kind of poke itself out from the brush a little, and it's kind of like sniffing around. And you see it poke its head out, and it looks to be a wolf.
Oh.
Looks to be a wolf.
Yeah.
But is it really a wolf? Ugh.
Looks like meat's back on your menu, folks.
So,
That's
you fire your bow?
Yes.
Okay, that'll hit. Roll for
Oh, yeah,
damage.
your orc.
Yep. And you get sneak attack with it too, so
Mhm.
oof.
And I just thought would that have been an advantage since I was hitting or no?
I did see by the angle you are quite obscure, and your angle from the wolf is going to be a little hard. I won't give advantage, but you still hit.
Okay. All right.
Depends if the wolf can see it though.
Yeah.
Whatever. DM rules.
Well, yeah, the wolf right now is more focused on what's below it rather than trying to defend against what's above it.
And then my second attack.
Second?
Yeah,
I get 2 as a rogue, don't I?
No.
Nope.
Oh, I'm used to them fighter. I'm used to.
Yeah, you don't get
I
two
getcha.
for a fight. Yeah. So, well, this alone will definitely do enough damage. So 29 for a wolf. That will take it out, actually.
Yeah. No, it
Yeah.
right in the neck. Or
So yeah, we'll
heart,
say that
something.
you aim is quite true on that shot, and you fired straight into its neck, and the arrow just kind of protrudes partially out the other side, and the wolf just kind of lets out a little, and then falls down,
Awesome.
not moving.
Did we hear that?
As you do that, though, you notice that there is several other figures that were approaching, but now have scattered into the woods.
More wolves, probably. But
I have the owl get closer to the area to see what it can see.
Okay.
Woo-hoo.
And if I can't see anything, I just kind of want to look at prints. I want to see if it's more wolves or if it's something else, and it was using the wolf as a scout.
Okay. So you approach, your owl approaches, and the wolf is no longer moving. The tracks that you can see are leading away from the camp.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll just stay on heightened alert, keep looking, and I'll let everybody else continue with their rest.
Okay. During the rest of your shift, nothing eventful really happens. You might notice like a couple of like rabbits hopping around. If you want, you could probably capture some of those for food later if you want. Other than that, it's pretty quiet rest of your night.
All right. Well, I believe wolf is edible, isn't it?
Wolf is definitely edible, yes, and it makes a
All right.
nice coat too.
I will drag the wolf back to the camp. I will wake up my relief. I will let him know what I saw and what I heard after killing said wolf.
Ooh, we can have wolf meat. That's cool.
And then I go to bed.
Yeah, good night.
All right, sounds good. All right, next shift, who was up?
That was me.
That was you.
Yeah,
All right.
The first 2 shift was for, yeah.
All right. In that case, you will be kept company by that nice dwarf drow assassin that put you in that collar.
Janine, yeah,
Yeah,
this will be a
Janine.
nice shift. Nobody's gonna sleep.
So she's kind of just like keeping an eye on the outskirts of the bushes. She knows for a fact that wolves are around now since Perrin told everybody. So she's just kind of like at the campfire, just kind of like fiddling with a blade and just staring off into pretty much nothing.
Yeah, I'll send her mentally that she should take the, one part, I'll take the other, and if she reports anything, to say so. I will send her mentally so that I don't wake up the others.
Okay. Is this like just a one-way communication, or can someone mentally or
it's one way.
One way?
Yeah, we
Okay.
did that like quite a while ago.
So in that case, she stops twiddling her blade, sheaths it, and turns to you, kind of like side glance, is like, "You ever go into my head again, I'm cutting your throat."
Do it now, if you want.
Don't tempt
This
me.
is one way. I can't hear anything you think. It's a direct messaging, and it won't wake up the others.
Have you ever heard of whispering?
No.
Learn. And then she
I
just
won't.
goes back to pulling out her dagger and basically just staring at you for a little bit before she just goes back to flicking her dagger around and keeping an eye on the outskirts. It's like, and then she just kind of like gets up, stretches her legs and arms a bit, and she's like, "I'm going on a patrol. Don't follow me." And she just kind of like goes out into the bushes.
Yeah, he just looks at her and doesn't.
Wise choice. Okay. Well, let's see how you do.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to rekindle the fire. I don't want to freeze myself over.
Okay. So, as you continue
Nice.
your shift, nothing eventful really happens. You might see Perrin's wolf kind of like flying overhead, looking for game to feed itself with, but that's about it, really.
Yeah.
And yeah, you relight the fire. Keep yourself warm.
We-
It's not much longer before Janine returns.
Oh, yeah, can I try like one more time to contact the Lothar? Just in case, something changed in those 4 hours.
I'm going to say at the moment you're quite tired. You're probably going to want a full rest and replenish your spell slots before you're able to do that again.
I kinda did after those 4 hours.
Well, I'm... Oh, right, because of your concentration
Yeah.
and your meditation. Yeah, okay, sure. Go ahead. Give it a shot.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh,
There's some nice rolls today.
above average.
So, as you do so, Lothar appears a little bit more clearly to you. I'm going to roll to see if Janine notices this.
Actually, I'll do that when she's not there.
You're going to do it when... I was going to say she's like heading on her way back now.
Okay.
Yeah. So do you...
It's fine.
It's fine.
You fine? Okay. So do you still appear, or are you just going to hold off on that for now?
Yeah, I'm gonna summon him.
You are? Okay.
It's not like she knows that she's heading back yet.
Yeah, exactly. So as you summon him, he appears standing in front of you, just across from you at the campfire. And he goes, "Ah, mein friend! Thank you for bringing me back." And as he says that, you see a dagger go through his head into a tree next to him. And he turns, it's like, "Ah, a new Fräulein!"
Oh no.
And Janine's got another dagger ready to like throw at this thing. He's like, "Who the hell is that?"
It's me.
It's me. To say it plainly. Actually, it's not me, but it's me from the other me realm, so basically that's me, but still not me. He's an alternate version of myself.
Roll for persuasion with disadvantage?
Yeah, you.
Oh shit! Okay. So yeah, she's just like, weirder things have happened today. I think I just need to drink of something. She sheaths her other dagger, gingerly leaves a wide berth between her and the other Hivsam to grab her other dagger.
Yeah, they get.
So Lothar goes to you. He walks through the fire, bends down, and does like a little whisper thing. He's like, "So, you have a girlfriend, yeah?"
Well, if girlfriend is the person that imprisoned me, burned my bank, and almost murdered me, no.
So he's like, "Ah, I see, yeah. So, what's going on, buddy? How's it going?"
Well, I think I got a little better from the day of revelation, but still are some things that I need to do it myself. Well, since you're myself, we can probably work on that later on. But
Oh,
just
yeah,
for
yeah.
now, I'd like to know where you are and what are you doing.
Oh, you know, being dead isn't so bad. You get to meet a lot of interesting people, you know. I met this guy named Bud. He gave me some good shit, I tell you. Whew. That'll give you some nightmares.
I believe in that, to be honest. Well, after all, Get is still his customer to say.
Yeah, yeah.
So, do you know anything about this invasion thing that is happening? You probably don't.
No, not so much the invasion, but I do know what is going on in the Assyria realm, where those wolves came from. They are a manifestation of evils that Dagon has set upon the plane itself. These little shits eat souls and go back to Dagon and feed him the souls.
It's like Skyrim with extra steps. Well,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's not
Can you
good.
do something about it while you're there?
Oh, you have no idea how many of these things I have killed already.
He smiles.
They just keep
Nice.
coming.
Well, that can at least keep you in shape. Maybe we can think of doing something so that you can, help us in this realm. Since I think God gave you the green light for that.
I mean, anything helps, really. Oh, that reminds me. What I was going to tell you was, and then he just disappears again.
All right. Never mind. Hope I didn't wake up the others.
No. So,
Okay.
Janine
Back to the ship.
Janine just looks at you, doesn't say a word, and then she's just like, I think our shift is over. I'm going to get some sleep.
Yeah, feel free to. I've had my rest.
All right. So the rest of the night is uneventful. You guys get through your sleep without any more interruptions, and you wake up nice and refreshed, full of piss and vinegar. Mostly piss, though. You really have to pee.
I see.
So after my rest, I wanted to do a short rest before I went to sleep.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. So you wanted to take an extra hour?
Well, yeah, I'll just do the short rest, then I'll go to sleep. That's all.
Oh, just a short rest. Okay, so
Right.
that'll just be like an hour then. So you would have gotten 3
Well-
hours of sleep?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so it is now daylight. You guys have awoken, like I said, all nice and refreshed, ready for the new day. So what we are going to do is we are going to go to Paladin Hivsam and Peacebringer Morgak, who are just emerging from the frozen
Oust.
lake.
Paladin Oust, rather.
Paladin
Yes.
Oust, sorry, Paladin Oust. Yeah, that would have been awkward. All right.
There are two Paladin Rift No one knows which one's the real one.
You are me.
So Peacebringer Morgak
I am you.
and Sir Oust
No,
have
Morgak,
emerged
you're
from
just
the
Morgak.
lake, freezing cold and hungry, and very wet from the lake.
Okay.
So what do you guys want to do right now?
I want to warm up.
Mm-hmm.
Not exactly fond of, being freezing cold.
Okay.
No, that's fair. Maybe roll for survival, see if you're able to start a fire easily. Just because I like making things difficult for you.
Or, I could just do
I know.
magic.
Kind of magic.
Okay, I'll do it normally first, and then I'll get frustrated and use magic. That's
Exactly.
how he works.
He's like, all these trees around and nothing to burn with my magic. God damn. Wait. All right. So yeah, we'll say you start a fire maybe about like 20 feet away from the beach of the lake. Morgak, what are you doing?
Probably summoning his elkin steed.
All right. So you summon your elkin steed.
Wherever we're going, it's going to be a long haul.
Likely to be so.
Have you
Summon my
named?
horse in a second as well.
Have you named your elk?
I have not, but it probably have something to do with emergency rations.
Probably. Sir.
Elk emergency
Secondary emergency rations.
Or isn't it renewable
Eric,
emergency
Eric.
rations, wasn't it? Because you can just
No.
summon him back again and again.
Eric.
Eric?
Emergency rations of elkin kind.
Perfect. We'll do that.
Perfect.
All
Hello,
right.
Eric.
It just
Horrified look.
goes. There you go. That's an elk sound for you. I should know. I'm Canadian.
That's beautiful. It sounds just like it.
Yeah.
It's so realistic. All right.
Version.
So,
So we know that we're on, or where we're at, right?
you know you're on the material plane. You're not sure exactly where you are on the material plane, but you know it's cold.
I feel no cold.
I don't know if either of you have like, there are no stars in the sky, so there's no way of really pinpointing where you are
No,
logically.
we just have a knowledge of general geography of the world. That's about it.
But
And that's not even assured since this isn't our world.
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
worry, I'll just go talk to some squirrels real quick.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, that's true. You can do that.
Where we are. Nuts.
I mean,
Nuts.
we could
expect
say there's
no
a couple
rest.
squirrels and raccoons around, so you could roll for animal handling and see how you do. Or if you got speak with animals, then that works too.
And just be speak with animals. I'll ritual cast that real quick.
Do
Okay.
you have any chestnuts?
So who do you want to talk to? There's a variety of like wildlife out there. We'll say like raccoons, deer, squirrels.
Morgan.
Riding
is
upon
the-
my elk, I come upon another elk or deer.
Okay. So we'll say you come across a deer.
Oh dear.
Classic. All right. So what do you ask the deer?
Excuse me. Are there any human settlements nearby?
Or settlements of any sort. We're not exactly too particular.
Or settlements of any sort?
So my understanding of like being able to speak with animals is they can give you very basic replies, but as far as I know, they have no concept of like words like settlement.
You know where a lot of people are.
So
And then it shows you the squirrel village.
That's fine. We will commune with the Squirrel King.
the deer just kind of like turns its head, and you know how like you've ever seen like a German long-haired pointer where it like points towards the direction? Yeah, it does that. So it just like lifts up one hoof and takes its nose and goes like.
Thank you for your time. Ost, I have a headache.
From the cold, I'd assume.
Well, a lot of people are in this general direction, according to the deer.
I'm fine with going that way.
It's better than sitting around.
Yeah. You're kind of shivering, by the way.
No, I'm not. I'm fine.
Denied.
Good night.
He raises a hand up with the finger pointing up, then the finger goes down and he just shakes his head and summons his horse, gets on it.
You see, Ost, if I cannot get sick, I cannot be cold. That's why it's called a cold.
Logic.
Of course. I had forgotten your fabled orcish wisdom. My apologies.
This is some orcish rhetorics here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let me just roll my intelligence real quick.
Intelligent orc.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah.
I'm surprised with that -2.
You're pretty. You believe yourself quite easily.
That's all I need.
Sound logic.
Socrates.
Socrates, beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, this one is
We make
Socrates.
way.
All right, so we'll see you guys head in that general direction. Now we'll go back to the original part. So, would you say you guys have started to make your trek to Kagrum Gate?
Yep. Gotta move fast.
Okay.
Well, apparently we all pee first.
Oh, that's important. Oh, and if you guys have any rations, please reduce it by 1. Get that out of the way now.
Oh, I was gonna go with the wolf meat, but all right.
Oh yeah, like let's
Wolf
just
meat
assume
is-
like the wolf meat just fed all of you. Leave it
Yes.
at that. Yeah.
Solid.
Okay.
I still have 34 more days of old rations.
God.
And the batch of water.
Yeah, that too.
and 2 barrels of water.
Yeah.
Delicious.
God,
Okay.
you should just put Morgak on a deserted island and just have Bear Grylls show go up.
All right. So we'll say you guys start
This branch is full of proteins.
heading out. Perrin, I will like to mention to you that unbeknownst to the rest of the group, you were able to find a way to Kagrum Gate that cuts underground through the mountains and is a little quicker.
Okay.
Underground through the mountains, you say?
Yes.
What could
Basically the back door, essentially.
Oh no, it's Moria. We shouldn't do that.
No, we should totally do this. I am going to 1v1 a Balrog, damn it.
Let's go.
We'll go through the mines of Moria.
That sounds safe. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
who's
guys,
the Gandalf here?
you guys will most likely be cutting
okay.
through to Malvorum. So that underground dwarven or drow city that you guys visited a few sessions back, that is basically the back door that Perrin would have found. So you guys are going to be traveling through Malvorum to Kagrum Gate. But the way to get through there is just outside of the mountain pass. So I'll just show you the world map real quick here. So right now, you guys were in Dagon's lair. You will be most likely passing through until about here. So you're going to want to probably be around here, and then you're going to cut through the mountains.
Wouldn't that take like more than 1 day?
I'd say
Because these
maybe
are mountainous
Even
terrain.
by kilometers, 70 kilometers.
And it's a mountainous terrain, so really, really difficult to move at.
it's
Damn,
under.
that's like
It'll be
more than 4
underground
football
though.
fields.
So
Yeah, so directly 70 kilometers,
mhm.
at least. I know the
Airline.
scale on the map is
Yeah.
a little bit off.
So almost, yeah. I'm saying that the map is going to be off. I still haven't really figured that out completely yet. Kilometers to hours and all that stuff. So
Did you, what?
the map itself, like the hexes, like if you're drawing the arrows and stuff, it's still going to be off. It's not going to be nearly as long
No,
as.
I was more focusing on the converting
Kilometers per
kilometers to hours.
Well, kilometers per hours, I meant to say. Sorry. Like
It's all
40.
good.
If someone's going at like a steady walking pace, they could walk 3 kilometers in 40 minutes. So.
Yeah. Well,
A little bit more, but yeah.
Well, that's how long it takes me anyway. I'm a fast walker. But yeah. Needless to say, you guys are actually going to be cutting through the mountains underground. So you aren't going to be going over mountainous terrain. You're going to be going under it through underground walkways and caves and
yeah,
stuff
but
like
it will
that.
still curve the path, so a bit more than 70 kilometers. You know,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
there will be some branching, some, I don't know.
Probably take you about 2.5, 3 days, yeah.
something like that.
Yeah. Okay. So back to the little map that I got set up here. Who wants to take point? It's completely up to you guys.
What's that?
Well, Morgak is looking in decidedly good condition now, so have fun with that, buddy.
Yeah.
I'll be right behind him so I can shoot anything that comes in front. You know, we should get some pikes. We can do the pike and shoot formations.
And then I'll also keep the owl about 100 feet out so I can still communicate with it and know what's going on, too.
Fair enough.
Okay, that's fine. So do you want to send the owl ahead?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll say the owl goes here. To be honest, if you got that owl, I'm just going to obliterate the fog completely here, just because it makes it easier. So let's see, turn that off. Okay. So you immediately see two things. You see two figures by a lake, a orc and what looks to be a paladin of some sort. You also see several wolves surrounding a figure. You can't exactly make out what the figure is. It looks humanoid in nature, though.
Oh. Well then.
I
I'm assuming
do
that
nothing.
you
We don't
relay
know.
that to the party.
Yes. Yep.
Alright.
so the
Any
did he
details about
explain
the
to
other?
us? Yeah, details about those figures or the wolves and the guy or
What
whatever
again,
that is.
at least?
So the closest thing that the owl would be able to make out as it flies overhead is it looks like this figure is pinned up against a cliff face, trying to fight these wolves off unarmed. Like all it has is its fists. It looks to be damaged, but not in like, it's not really bleeding. It's kind of leaking something.
Yep, I was right. So we should probably be careful if those two figures that the owl also saw, they might be hostile. So should we separate or
thing being attacked by wolves.
yeah? At least you can easily kill the wolves, or well, Perrin at least can. So
Do we head in that direction then? Morgak doesn't know the direction. He's just like, which way?
Yeah, so
we should probably hurry up.
if someone wants to take point, they should take point now.
Well, then I would suggest that we would come up on top of this cliff so we can shoot down on top of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's.
If you do that, you
Or
risk
even
being.
It would work too.
Oh yeah, that could work too. You'd have a clear line of sight for at least like two wolves and this figure. This one would be hidden behind that tree though, so you'd be able to hit the two wolves that are on either side of that figure from that
Right.
distance.
So then stealth up to this location.
Okay. So everyone roll for stealth.
Oh boy. This can only go well, right?
Oh boy.
Oh.
Yeah, Chrism just rushes forward.
Yeah, fuck
Hey!
it, let's rush.
Nope, that was supposed to just be
Alright.
house, not their house. But
Okay.
You know what I mean.
Eldridge Blast it is.
So,
He
upon
just sprints up there.
upon the approach, the wolf to the right of the figure takes notice of the sounds happening behind it and howls.
Oh,
Ow!
Beautiful.
Peacebringer Morgak and Sir Oust, you guys see several figures go up on a cliffside, and you hear a wolf howl. And as the wolf howls, you see three
See them.
wolves to your rear appear out of the forest.
the pack is coming, folks. We
I still
better-
wanted to talk to you about something during our goings, but it looks like we're being interrupted.
Yeah, seems like it. Seems like it.
Trust. Axe.
So, The wolf meat was nice last time, so why shouldn't it be again? Well, now it will be Eldridge.
Yeah, now you,
Eldridge roasted, but
you
it's a
guys have
similar
like
thing.
gonna have so many wolf pelts to wear now.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
U.S. collection.
not another sprained ankle.
So-
Sam.
Oh boy.
So both of those hit, but unfortunately,
Initiative has not occurred.
that the initiative has not occurred yet. No.
Can you set up the?
I want to do the
Yeah,
surprise
I'll pop
attack.
this up here now. Well, due to the fact that you were not as stealthy as you should have been, there is not going to be a surprise round.
Oh,
Nope.
okay.
No.
For either of us.
All right. So turn order's up. Go ahead and roll for initiative on it.
All right.
Ooh. Burning time, baby.
Clook. Oh, good job, Paladin. Sheesh.
That'll do. Descending. There we go. All right. So first up is Hif Sam.
Gotta get the other house.
Oh yeah, and Peacebringer Morgak and other house. Okay, let's fix that.
There we
Just
go.
tell me, Smex, when you're
Yeah.
starting the round, so I can so I can see the timer.
Yeah, I'll add the wolves' turn here. I'll just roll a d20. Oh, jeez.
Oh.
I forgot the R, the /R bit.
Aha! Their dex is a. No, don't care. Hey, a good
18
roll from
is
them.
good. Okay. Descending. All right, so now we got that sorted. Hif Sam's up first.
The timer starts, right?
Yes. Begin.
Fuck. Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. All right, fire it off.
Sorry.
Nat 20? Dang, that'll
Ooh.
do it. All right, so
He's
where were
probably
you?
dust.
Where were you aiming it exactly?
Well, the first wolf.
The first wolf. Are
I'm
you
shooting
aiming it?
until he dies?
Are you aiming
Yeah,
it
both.
on top of the wolf? Because it's going to
Yeah.
get hit. It's going to go back 10 feet as well. All right, so go ahead
Yeah.
and do damage.
On the first or the second?
The first, please.
Okay,
All right,
that's 12.
12. So the wolf gets shot into the humanoid, and both kind of like tumble onto the ground. The wolf is on top of the humanoid,
Can I
still
see
alive. It
the-
looks like.
The other wolf.
You'll be able to see the other one to the left of the humanoid because he's now like on the ground, prone. Yeah, you'll see that one. Yeah. So
Can I shoot the other? Any other wolf?
so you were able to fire off 2 Eldritch Blasts, correct?
Yeah.
I believe that's correct. Yeah. So we're just going to use that nat 20 that you got, and roll the damage for that one. Because we did the 18.
Okay,
and then we
9
went
was
24.
15.
24. Okay, so that wolf gets thrown into the back of the cliffside, and you hear a sickening crack as its head just smacks against it. It's not moving anymore.
That's a headshot. Okay,
Or
that
something.
I would cross the frozen stream, and that's my turn. Oh, sorry, I was.
Okay,
No, you're fine.
so wolves go next. This one that's on top of the humanoid goes to attack the guy on the ground. Misses. Right now he's just holding its head back, trying to keep it from going for its neck. This wolf, seeing its wolf friend kind of like get smacked around,
Just
howls
make sure
and
that
turns
you're
to run.
checking the wolf's abilities because I think they have pack tactics.
They do, yeah.
Yeah.
So this one goes to attack him as well. We're gonna see how he does. I'm doing this all off camera naturally, just because it's easier for me right now to do that.
All right.
So this wolf goes in for a lunge, but the humanoid throws the other wolf at this one, and they get knocked back.
Oh, neat.
It rolled
Nice.
a nat 1.
CQC.
These 3 wolves run in
Just
and
so you know,
charge.
I'm on a horse.
Yes, I'm on a horse. We're not playing that song though. Don't break immersion.
I was going more for the Old Spice, but all right.
Oh, that one.
Of course, is amazing.
Yeah, that one. Don't do that.
I won't.
horse.
So the first.
Your horse is amazing. Give me the lick.
Oh
It's
my
not
god!
that amazing.
Stop!
You know, every time somebody says horse, I'm gonna start singing.
Oh god! That's gonna be banned on this channel now. It's just no one can say the H word anymore.
Okay,
It's
my
a
mount.
censorship.
There you go.
All right. So these 3 wolves have surrounded Sir Oust at close range, and they're gonna go in for swing a ding ding. Swing a ding 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 ding.
Bite, bite, bite.
Bite bite. So 1. What's your AC again?
I need to check what a warhorse's AC real quick. Who are they going for? Me or the horse?
They're
Look at my horse.
if
My
you're on
horse
a if you're on a horse, the 2 that are
Look at
flanking
my horse.
are going for you. The one in front is going to attack your horse. So your
They
horse is
wouldn't
Look
be
at my
flanking.
horse.
They would not be flanking.
flanking as in beside you.
Okay, I get
Yeah,
it.
the one in front's going for the horse's neck. The other 2 are going to try and get you off the horse.
Alright, horse's
Look at
AC
my
is
horse.
11. My AC as the paladin is come on, extend. 18.
18.
Horse
Okay,
is
so
amazing.
I will mute you. Swear to God.
Okay, I'll stop. But you
I have to
said
make a
that
cat
word a
name.
couple of times.
Hey, buddy.
Anyway, the 4-legged animal in front of the other bigger 4-legged animal goes for the neck of the bigger animal and hits.
But if the elk is bigger. Okay, I'm gonna
Alright.
stop.
Swear to
A
God.
bit off to the side.
Okay,
This
so
is how we die because of the H word.
I will drop an asteroid on you, Hipsam. So help me God.
No, you're
never-
not gonna say spinach, are you?
I said nothing now.
And you might want to move Morgak back about 5 paces since we're on large animals. So,
Yeah, that's fair.
5 by 5 space.
So we'll just make you bigger. We'll give you a bigger token, shall we? And just move you here.
It's horrifying.
There you go. Now you're on a giant elk of epic proportions. And for some reason, I'm still looking for my stupid... Oh, there we go. Okay, I found it. All right. So that's going to be 7 damage to your horse.
Okay.
And now there ones on either side of you are going to try and get you off the horse. That one fails. That one fails. You said
Okay.
18, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, they're trying to nip at your feet and try and like pull you off the horse, but they're not doing a good job. That's going to be it for their turn. Morgak is up. Regular Morgak, not Peacebringer.
What does he do?
I appear.
Yeah.
Reckless.
All right. Yeah, that'll hit.
Blood.
So much blood. Oh yeah, that's one wolf down for sure. You just take your one axe and just like cleave it in the head.
Oh,
Let's
so did you put
continue
the
the
curious
cleave.
person here on the initiative?
No, right now he's downed.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, like
okay.
full on
Oh yeah, that'll do it. Damage.
list.
Ah.
Oh, this one unfortunately takes a mortal wound but is still up. It's nearly
dead.
dead. You came out of you barreled down that hill like a bat out of hell and just threw your axe into the head of one of them, took out your bigger axe and was like, "All right, who wants more?" and then slashed at this one and took like a big gouge down its side. So, yeah.
Oof.
It's not much. It's not long for this world.
That is turn.
Speaking of Morgak.
All right, Peacebringer Morgak, the one on the giant.
What?
3-5 full thumb.
I move. Yeah, why not? Let's move to flank.
All right.
Oh boy.
Just gonna step on
Alright.
them and they die.
Battle axe.
All right.
Kerchunk.
That.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep, he
19.
Yeah. You use a battle axe on the one closest to Hifsab. You cut him in half. It's just like one swift motion. You don't even see it coming. You just see like the wolf standing at one point, one time, and then the next is just like falls in half.
half wolf.
Moves over to the next position. Ready's Battle axe again.
So that's a threat to the wolf, so he's going to roll to try and hit you, Morgak. I'm assuming you're
I'm
a...
still technically within his space. I'm just moving to a flanking.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
I'm
okay.
still in
Stay
threat
within the
zone.
space, it's all good.
Fair enough. All right.
And
So
Bye.
next up is you. Do you get a second attack as a?
Yeah,
oh,
paladins
okay.
do.
Paladins do. Okay, yeah.
and he still has his elk to attack as well.
Yeah, if he wants to.
Since I'm riding it, it only counts as my movement.
Ah, okay, yeah. That's
And
fair.
to count that is fun.
Yeah.
Enjoy that 14.
That wolf did not enjoy that 14 because it is dead.
Oh.
Shortest
See.
encounter ever. These guys don't have a lot of health.
No.
All
They're
right,
wolves.
Perrin, you're up.
Tang.
Is this guy back up yet, or is he still prone?
He's still prone. He's not moving.
And then,
Error.
do I have a shot on this wolf then?
Okie dokie.
Because I'd be at disadvantage if I'm trying to attack a prone character with a ranged weapon.
Yes.
All right, so then I will go for the other wolf. I will have the owl do the flyby, so I'll get advantage on the shot.
And
Yeah,
that
visual.
that will hit, yeah, if you're from far that way. Yep, that'll hit.
27 points.
So, Morgak, as you are standing there about to ready another attack on this poorly defenseless wolf, you just hear a right through the side of its head. Just comes out of nowhere.
Mutters something about kill stealing.
And then for my bonus action, I will use my dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Find 60.
20, 25, 30. Actually, I don't need that. I'm just going to move up to the edge of the cliff.
Okay, no problem.
Fair enough.
That's it for your turn?
Yes, sir.
Cool. Alright, Oust.
If I move over here, would I be able to see the wolf?
If you move over there, no, because the other Oust is on top of a horse. So that would be blocking your shot for sure.
Eh, I don't really see them then. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
start moving
this
down the
hill is
cliff.
actually high up, so it's kind of blocking your view anyway.
Ah, I gotcha.
So right
5,
now, like
30.
yeah, so right now you would
That'll
be
be
able
my
to
turn.
see Oust, barely through the trees. You would definitely be able to see Morgak on top of a giant elk, though.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
that's my turn then.
Okay. All right, back to you again.
Yep. Weird how that worked out.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Right?
And there it is. Roll to hit.
That'll hit.
Casual
And
plus 11.
roll to smack.
Well, because you use Molten Blade, it cauterizes the wound that you caused it, but it still kills the wolf.
It's actually in its solid form, right?
Oh, it is? Oh, okay. I thought you were using a
it's
flame
listed
sword.
down
Just like,
as that still. It's still listed as solid. I'd have to spend a bonus action to melt it.
gotcha.
Bonus
Okay.
action to melt, bonus Elton to change its shape.
So you guys have successfully fought off the wolves. One of the most difficult encounters you have incurred, but hey, you survived, so thank God for that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
You know, I think we deserve a level up after that.
Yeah, this was the most difficult thing. Went out in quite a few sessions.
This
So
is
what
true.
happened to the wolf? Just
Oh,
cut down the back.
cut down straight down the back. You went through its spine into the ground. You cleaved right through it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just kind of like what
That is
Morgak did, but
things.
like
Guess he doesn't take kindly to the horse being attacked.
no.
Fair enough.
So how much fur can I salvage from this one? I want a nice coat.
So first off, what I'm gonna deal with is you guys still don't know who these two figures are at the lake. Do you still rush down to help this person, or do you guys want to try and take a peek at like who these guys are? I know Oust would probably be able to roll for perception and see because he's kind of like the closest to that.
Yeah, sure, I'll do that. He's gonna roll low though. Oh no!
Oh, apparently
he rolled
not.
high.
So yeah, you definitely recognize the paladin version of yourself sitting on a horse.
Yeah. What about the other one?
The
That I
other
don't
one
know.
you don't see because he's obscured by the trees and the hillside here. Like these trees
But
would
he
be
is
blocking
giant.
All
Oh,
you
well.
see is elk.
it. All you see is like maybe like an elk, but that's about it. And you see someone riding an elk, but you can't quite make out his face.
I get you.
Yeah.
Okay. That's where the wayward paladin went.
So you guys, Hifsam immediately starts looting the bodies like you do,
Playing buddies.
flaying the
Yeah,
bodies.
that's the thing.
All right, goes down to the figure. I'm gonna check.
So-
Oh, that's Metal Man.
So yeah,
Metal
you
Man.
you see before you what looks to be a warforged
So he screams when he
humanoid. Okay, yeah. Like a 56K modem. Yeah, don't ask him to do karaoke. So yeah, you see like a badly damaged what looks to be autonomous robot. It looks to be leaking some black fluid from its chest cavity. But on the chest cavity is like a glowing blue crystal.
I'm not
Fine
well versed
addition
in-
for noir.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, folks, I'm not well versed into mechanical people, but I think he might be bleeding. You know, not blood, but this thing.
Oil? I think it's
Well,
called.
let's call it oil.
All right, so how do we stop it?
Well, same as human, you patch him up.
With
Probably.
Yeah, sure. Okay, let's do this. I rolled medicine. 15.
So
It takes.
judging
That's
from where the leak is coming from, Morgak, you're just like, okay, something is severed. You need to like put it back together somehow.
Guess who has sutures?
I mean, you think of like plastic tubing almost. It's like that.
Okay, what's
Oh,
the logic
I have-
on healing magic and Warforged in this universe?
In this universe, you're gonna have to do something that isn't necessarily magical. It's more scientific based. So let me just take a quick look at the skills here, because there is no skill for like mechanics.
Well,
Sir
probably
Alice
some
has
smithing
proficiency
kit.
in smithing tools.
Smithing.
Yeah.
Well, okay, smithing I would say definitely counts. Yeah.
Can we
Yeah.
at least try to, put him in position where the oil does not leak out of him?
Well,
You
Does my
can
medicine
try.
check do anything with that?
so
I don't think there's a position that'll work.
the
But
the
maybe.
medicine.
Yeah, but at least it falls. That's a dumb idea.
So
Okay,
the
go on.
the
First, does he respond to anything?
right now he's unconscious. He's not responding to anything. Morgak, your medicine check reveals that there is a leak in some tubing on his chest that would need to be sealed somehow.
Pulls out a roll of duct tape.
What is this material? Mysterious substance from the future.
This is something that the orc shamans used every once in a while.
I mean, you've heard of mending, correct? Like a magical ability to like fix minor cracks and stuff like that. Kind of like put that back together. You could use possibly something like that, magic-wise, to mend it. But outside of that, it would need a
Now
most
I
likely
want to
need
be
a
a
smith.
Warforged character. That's infinite healing.
It fixes the wound.
Smacks, you're right.
It fixes the wound, but it doesn't fix your HP. So keep that in mind.
Wait, what?
Okay, Smex, one question.
Well, if you're mortally wounded, it's not going to heal you. It'll just fix you from leaking any more life force out of you. So he's bleeding to death right now. That's what I was getting at.
Oh,
Do
okay.
machines have souls? Whatever.
Is there a way to rip up some cloth, essentially, and bind the tubing together?
I would say so, yes.
Super
That is what
temporary
Morgak's
fix,
going to
but
do
yes.
for now until we find an alternative solution, since he does not know about the other two.
Fair.
It'll slow the leaking down, but it will not stop it completely. So if you don't get him to someone who can probably put him back together, then
Yeah, somebody who has the welding machine.
pretty much.
Finishing tools, welding machine,
Somebody
able
say
to melt.
welding machine? Looks at Sir Oss.
I
Or a
mean,
blow.
he can melt metal, merge it together, and
Yeah.
smith it.
You're
I'd make it count.
a human welder. Or elven, half-elven welder.
Yes.
Well, before you
Yeah,
do
with
that,
the-
I would highly advise maybe rolling
with
investigation
the-
to see what is leaking out of him. I mean, if any of you have like any experience in
Oh,
combustible materials, it would definitely be oust.
Any of the
Snacks,
oust.
snacks.
Can I try to
please,
test for
please.
magic?
Observe.
Morgak,
Water.
What are you doing? Stop it.
Morgak, you take your finger and you run it off the oil that's leaking out, and you stick it in your mouth. It is bitter and it smells very funny. You conclude that this is chocolate milk.
Yep. I knew it. He's leaking chocolate.
So,
What do I do to roll for disbelief?
so Oust, what
Just
are you?
the expression.
Sorry.
Oh, Perrin's coming
Yeah,
down
okay.
doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that. So first,
Slap
I'll deal with
step.
Oust.
Like
Oust,
side.
what are you identifying?
The source of the leak. What exactly went wrong here?
So you're identifying
I mean-
the substance that has
No.
been leaking onto the ground. Is that it?
No, I'm identifying where exactly the issue is sourced at
Oh,
in
no.
the body.
Oh, well, you already know
Roll up
that.
sleeves.
Yeah.
You already found
Morgak
that.
already revealed that.
Alright, identify the material the thing's made out of, like the tubing.
So
Investigate.
right now, I'll say that you basically conclude the same thing that Morgak did. You find the problem, and Morgak is preparing to find some bandages to maybe wrap around it. Hifsam, what were you trying to identify?
I'm trying to identify if there is any spell that may be used to control the machine, like, switching mechanism or something.
Well, have fun with
spell
that
base, of
minute
course.
Okay.
casting.
So
10 minutes because it's a ritual. I
Oh
only-
boy.
I can only cast it that way.
So as you're trying to identify
11
this,
minutes.
yeah, as you're trying to identify this one, we'll move on to Perrin. Perrin, what were you looking to investigate on this guy?
General control type things. Is there like an off switch? Does it?
Can I turn it on and back off? Off and back on again?
So
Power
Looking
supply.
for like compartments, hatches, any type of thing to access its internals.
okay, so what you can see upon closer investigation is that it looks like there is a small sort of entryway into the back of its head. It looks to be a small plate that has some like defined edges around it, but it also has what looks to be a bolt on top of that plate to keep it in place. As for any like mechanical additions to this guy, you basically notice that there is a lot of sort of like wires that are protruding out the sides and underneath his chassis. His chest itself is made of a very hard metal of unknown origin. You can't really tell what it is per se. So are you trying to like take the bolt off the back of the head?
Yeah, I'm trying to get into that compartment.
Okay. So this is actually going to require a bit of strength on your part because it looks to be welded almost onto that plate. So you might have to damage this humanoid robot in order to actually get behind this plate.
So then at that point, I will stop and let everybody know kind of what I'm seeing and what I'm seeing about it, and if they decide they want to try to open it up or not.
Okay. What do you guys think you want to do? Do you want to try and crack this guy's head open?
Yeah, Crimson is
sounds like
busy
a bad
doing the
idea.
magic.
Yep, he's just murmuring a bunch of pig Latin.
Yeah, and chewing on a piece of plate.
Oh, that's true. I forgot that's how he does identify.
He's just like chewing on his foot. It's like, I'll figure this out, guys. Just give me a minute. Tastes like.
He's gonna wake up and just knock your block off with a kick.
All right. So
Oh,
while
my teeth.
while all this is happening, what is Sir Oust and Peacebringer Morgak doing right now? Because
Well, I kind of figured that since the howl came from over here, figure something happened.
okay. So are
So-
you going to try and stealth over and see what's going on?
Well, I mean, how loud were they being?
They were being very loud, especially the one with the red hair.
That sounds... Morgak, come on. And, well, Warhorse movement speed is 60, so...
Well, you guys are going to be making a decent amount of noise with your steeds
I'm
if
fine
you're
with that.
yeah, if you're
We
speeding
make
it.
Especially since, you know,
Yeah.
blind sight 60, I can more or less recognize the physical appearance of many of these people.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, so as you guys round the corner, you see a group of individuals surrounding what looks to be a metal humanoid type individual. Oust, regular Oust, notices yourself immediately coming around the bend. And Perrin, you also see two figures approaching, both on horses. Well, one on a horse, one on a big freaking elk. Very
You said the word.
elk.
Now you must ban yourself. No.
Nope. So it looks
Hide.
hide. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Oust or Sir Oust, I should say. You want to roll for perception to see if you notice Perrin just go.
I mean, I have blind sight. It's
Oh.
kind of hard not to.
Yeah,
do
yeah.
this.
Fair enough. So Perrin, we'll
It
see.
has its limits, but within those limits, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Don't really recognize that fellow.
No.
Pop off for 15 feet of movement, and then move closer.
Okay.
Well, you guys again. Sorry about disappearing on you.
Yeah.
Kneels down next to the guy. Oh, you roll Arcana to identify whatever the hell Riff Sam's doing.
And Morgak, you see a very much older orc riding a giant elk approach, looking surprisingly similar to yourself.
Okay, that's a first level spell, so yes, I do actually know what you're doing.
Yep. He's casting
Well,
Identify
hey.
while sucking on his foot.
That's a way to do identify, not sure why you're doing it that way, but okay.
It was much better. Clunk, clunk.
Right.
These people.
Look down at the Warforged, raised eyebrow. You don't see many of these away from the colonies.
It sounds like he's he's hurt.
Yeah, kinda noticed, given the leak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Uh,
Morgak says it tastes like chocolate milk.
Really says,
That's what Morgak said.
goes over and tries some as well.
So,
really know that. Neat.
yeah.
Well, tubing's made out of something that I can melt back together, but it's not gonna stand long. Like a few, I don't know.
Think of the
hours
tubing as like
to days.
it's plastic tubing
rubber.
to the modern age, but to you guys it just feels very kind of squishy and pliable. You can almost kind of stretch it a little, but it looks like one of the wolves might have gotten its teeth into one of these things and punctured through it.
Is it all the way through, torn through? Or
It is- it
ends
is torn
separate,
through,
or
yeah.
what?
The ends are separated completely. And like it looks like every like 1 or 2 seconds you just see a little spurt of more of this black liquid come out. So it's pumping,
Some kind
but
of
it's
clockwork, I
yeah.
guess. All right. Well, let's see what I can do. Some tools, I suppose.
yeah, that would work.
This is gonna take a hot second.
That would
Mind giving me some guidance on this
yeah.
or whatever?
Yeah, Crimson's chewing, so he can't. I think.
He can't right now.
Yeah, true.
What has that?
Can
Yep.
Peacebringer do that? I think he's allowed to get...
No, he's not a warlock. He's a paladin.
Oh, shoot, yeah.
Paladins don't get cantrips.
Well, judging from the roll that you made...
The help, yeah.
Oh, you can give the help action, so
Oh, yeah, okay.
I get advantage on it,
Yeah, we'll call that.
thereby giving us a 20.
Oh, all right. So you get out your smithing tools, and not only do you find that leak that's having an issue, but there's several wires and cogs just kind of like bent and broken. You do what you can to fix all the wires and cogs, but you're at least able to seal off the tubing again, and it looks like it's pumping without leaking. However, again, with some more time, you would be able to fix this guy up better. But at this moment, it looks like you've stopped the hemorrhaging.
Oh, that's a bit interim. Wipes grease off brow, but it should work out for now.
So, as you do that, it looks the oil, or well, I should say black liquid, but oil, starts flowing freely down the tube into the chest plate, and the chest plate starts to glow brighter. And as it does so, the Warforged kind of like sits upright a bit and moves its head up, and its eyes just kind of like light up a nice emerald green color.
I hope I finished my identify before he woke up.
It takes how long again? 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
No, you did not finish.
Wait, he can fix that 10 minutes. In less than 10 minutes.
He rolled a 20.
Moving metal, resistant to heat, so I can just kind of reach in and move it.
Yeah, and he
with
can...
wires.
Yeah. He fixed them up pretty
And honestly,
good.
I probably would have taken the hemorrhaging early on, so the blood flow would have happened before I fixed everything else.
Yeah.
It's probably moving before I fixed everything.
I suspect Crimson is then still not paying attention to.
No.
Unless he moves his leg then.
Well, how about you roll perception or something? Can he do something?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's roll for perception and see if you notice that the Warforged is
the hard way.
back up.
Alright.
Why not?
And
Alright.
No kids are getting knocked out.
Yeah, no. So, if Sam, you immediately see the foot that you're sucking on twitch, and you stop sucking on it to look up and see the Warforged's eyes just kind of light up a bit.
He just moves his head back and spits in the side.
now, considering that the thing is still getting fixed by me since we agreed on that,
Yeah.
it's still going through. Kind of look at it and say, don't move too much. Still figuring a few things out.
So when you say that, its head just kind of like whirls a little bit, and it kind of goes into like a trance. It goes like designation 80085, and it just keeps going over and over that.
All right.
What is this language?
Kind of heard of a while back. God.
What do
I
we
don't
roll?
really remember the place. Felvin talked about it a fair few times. Gosh, Sir Oust is gonna roll history.
Yeah, go ahead.
Something about
So
robots.
yeah, you recall maybe like a long time ago there was like an uprising or something that happened, and a couple of Warforged escaped from Kegrim, or the Dwarven Kingdom, and fled north. But that's kind of like all you really know.
Can Peacebringer give it a shot? In case you talk about it every once in a while, or not?
You remember, yeah, you remember even less about that. It's just like, you remember metal men doing a fight and making fight and then fleeing from fight, and then that was it. No more fight.
Yeah. Well,
Bringer.
these guys are normally situated around Kagrim's gate, where they were may
Oh,
if you broke free at some point, don't know if this is one of the ones that's free or from Kagrim. Bend another gear into place. That should be good for now. Probably
Can I
do
try to
more
send
work
him
later.
with awakened mind to send him something like show location where to go, show designated location, like mental.
Frenzied streams of ones and zeros.
Yeah, he can send them back, but
So you try and get
You
through
think
to
he
him,
can't?
but right now it doesn't look like he's responding to any outside stimulus. He's just repeating over designation 80085, occupation drone, destination unknown.
Unknown.
Anybody have any type of navigation skills?
I mean, I'm decent at survival. By the way, who are you? Noticed you going behind that tree over there, but don't know who you are.
I am Perrin.
Pleasure to meet you, Sir Austavadno. Cleans off hands with prestidigitation.
can this work?
Function overload location, print location exe not found.
Damn it!
No, that's for the previous model, Priv Sam.
404 error,
dang it.
404 error, exe error, 404 error.
Okay, that's
No, don't do that.
System reboot.
Initiated.
Okay, but he knows admin privileges how to access.
Yeah, Perrin knows admin privileges. He can fix that. It's fine.
Not particularly.
Rogues can be hackers.
Oh, they can be.
Yeah.
Depending on the
yeah.
environment, yeah.
We do it a Shadowrun twist to it.
Shadowrun Modern Edition.
There you go. You go into the deep matrix. Try and reset his CPU. Yeah.
Alright, buddy. Hey, snap out of it. Come on.
So, do you just give him like a little light tap on the head? Or what do you do?
Light tap on the shoulder.
Shoulder?
Your repair's finished.
And, okay, so it takes a couple seconds for it to acknowledge your guys' presence, and it just kind of like turns its head and pans it back and forth, and then to you, Sir Austin, goes like, "Hello, my name is Designation 80885. How are you
808.
today?"
We're gonna call you Bob, alright? Make it easier on us,
Or a
fellows.
boob.
I was thinking.
Mind telling us what you're doing over here?
I was exploring the surrounding countryside, and it's flora and foliage.
Oh, fair enough. Was meaning to ask you fellows, by the way, where are we heading? Kind of
To the
was.
Kangaroo
Dropped
Gate.
off in the middle of a frozen lake and, more or less lost in the way of directions right now.
Yeah, we're trying to reach the Kagran Gate because there is an ongoing invasion of the undead and many other horrible things. So we are trying to get there as fast as possible.
So Perrin,
Apparently, Perrin knows a shortcut.
yeah.
Okay, just lets out a tiny, tiny sigh. Mumbles, well, there's always something.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. He's fine. Given by the role, he's utterly used to this shit.
Yeah.
It's even higher than that because of the other aura.
Oh shit, that'd be true.
So,
Speaking of, I
Mr.
need to enable an aura on his token. Let me do that.
Okay.
So, Mr. 8008, do you need any assistance with proceeding with your procedure that you are currently doing?
My mobility is at 42%. It should be nominal at best.
Unsurprising.
I suppose you can fix his legs too.
Well, I mean, his legs aren't the issues. It's that there's a bunch of motors inside him that I really didn't fine-tune and more or less put him into working order. If I had a good few more hours, then I could probably do something to get him in respectable condition, but I can't do that right now.
Yeah, and we're in a hurry.
Given then what you said, yeah.
So, Mr. A008, is there any location that we can drop you off so you can, find the person to fix whatever is wrong?
Does not compute. Must continue on journey to center of continent to relay information to CPU.
CPU.
What's that?
Would that be a religion roll?
You could roll
Or
for
would this
religion on
even be
that.
known?
I mean, these types of things are rare, and even rarer to be found by themselves in the middle of nowhere with a specific mission. So,
Religion with disadvantage, then.
yeah, it would be religion with disadvantage.
Gotcha.
Can I try to use guidance on him?
Well, that's a 12.
Yeah, you could.
Could just have everyone.
Oh, great. Sorry, had to lagged out there for a second.
Religione. Ha, useless.
We
Alright,
can,
well.
the rest of us can roll. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna have a D4 with the paladin, and that puts him at 15 on
15.
religion.
Okay. So I'm gonna say that this isn't any religion you've ever heard of, but it sounds to you that this is sort of like a specific, I don't know, hierarchy of what they go by. And the way this drone talks about CPU, it could be something it could either worship or be sent by. So that's basically its leader. That's the best you can insinuate from that.
Alright, some kind of.
Maybe we should ask
Okay.
him to
Cool.
carry him so we can find someone at Kegram's to repair him. After all, he seems like a powerful fellow. He would be totally repaired. Or not, he was attacked by wolves and he's here.
So, as you are discussing this, the drone decides that it's going to try and stand. And although he's a little wobbly at first, it looks like he's able to stand on his own without really any help.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like moving its fingers in front of its head and moving its legs and limbs one at a time. Just kind of like running its own self-diagnostic.
Yeah.
Or
How
maybe we
things
should let
looking
him
on
go.
you?
Mobility has been increased to 30 from 30 to 65%. Rerouting power to mobility limbs. And it's just, you hear just like a little whirring sound of cogs just like speed up suddenly inside him.
Sorry, it's a bit of a hack job, but. Could have been worse.
Could have been.
Well,
Could have had
it
his
works.
like torso torn to pieces, but you saved him in time.
Yeah, well.
So what do you guys...
Through the mountains.
Kagrim's Gate.
You know that Perrin... I think Perrin did mention that he knew a shortcut at the very least. Okay. So,
Dinner.
yeah. Right now, you'd say it's probably like... maybe like early afternoon. So you guys could sit down for like a lunch or something if you wanted to before heading out some more.
Yeah, parents, save up some furs. We may want to make a coats for ourselves because it's quite cool here.
Oh yeah, he's collecting them all, pretty much all for you
Definitely
guys.
cheer them up a little bit, but I don't see why
Yeah.
not.
Anybody's proficient.
I mean, if
All right.
anyone would be proficient in that, it would be probably Peacebringer Morgak,
Yeah.
and Perrin.
Yeah.
What are we rolling?
Well, in case you guys want to prep the wolf skins that you guys have for like maybe some sort of like clothing to keep you warm in the winter.
Okay.
It's up to you.
That's why I bought cold weather gear.
Mm-hmm. Smart.
So, Sir Oust, what are we doing with our mechanical friend over here?
Short explanation or more complicated one?
Well, whatever.
He had a ruptured vein, or whatever equivalent that he has. A couple of his motors were askew, and a couple springs were broken.
I was asking what are we to do with him now? You know,
Yeah.
since he's...
Oh, I'm not altogether too sure. Depends on him.
So, as you guys are talking,
Hello, Owen.
hey Owen,
Hi.
Hi.
welcome.
Hi.
Oh, where's Owen?
I'm here.
Dooby-dooby-doo.
Well, I'm just gonna assume that she was with you guys the whole time, just to make things easier on me.
Yep.
I'm gonna
She
do
was-
that.
Wow.
Oh, hi.
So, as you guys are talking about what to do with the drone, you hear it start running some sort of like test. So it's like self-defense initiated test 001, and you see its right hand kind of flip inward, and immediately a blade pops out the other side of it, just like almost instantly. It goes like,
Step back.
and it does is like test number 2 self-defense initiated 002, and then its other hand flips back and immediately a spike comes through its hand, and then it aims it up into the air and fires off the spike, and it's like test of self-defense program deactivated, and then it puts it back to hands. Both.
At an angle or straight up into the air?
Oh, it did it straight up in the air.
Step back.
No, everyone move. Everyone move.
And you just like hear just like a whistling sound. It goes thunk right into this tree over here.
Is the tree too damaged?
I don't know. How much damage does a bolt do? Like a D,
D8 plus dex.
maybe?
D4.
1d4.
I mean, not D4, but D6.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so Mr. Automaton, do you want to come with us, or you're going your own way?
808 user designation Bob, as he were.
880085 concurs with this logical conclusion. Strength in
Bobus?
numbers.
Well, this is Oust speaking. I'm warning you now that further to the south, if that is where you're planning to go, to the south and to the east, there are rather eldritch beings that are much, much more of a hazard than the wolves are.
Anomalous
Stay away from there.
anomalous items cataloged as threat. Logic dictates elimination.
Well, yeah, you know.
I'd agree that they are beyond your capacity to eliminate if you could not stand against these wolves.
And maybe even beyond ours. And we're kind of proficient in those things.
Sir Elst raises an eyebrow. What sort of eldritch beings?
The big
Let's go
tentacly
monster.
one, you know, Hastur special.
That really doesn't narrow it down whatsoever.
Tentacle
Well,
face beasts.
Well, you know those things that Hastur usually likes to send, you know, those big, you know,
No,
like,
like,
How?
like a giant Titanic squid.
it doesn't narrow it down.
Probably
to, like,
Lothar
at least
knows
4
about
of
it.
those.
That doesn't bode well for your sanity if there's like, oh yeah, I've heard of these, but you got to still narrow it down because I've seen at least 4 different kinds of those.
I mean, is it wrong?
Lothar, can you show him what I'm talking about? Lothar? Uh, oh yeah, he's not here.
He's not here.
Raised eyebrow from the paladin again.
Yeah, I managed to, well, not revive, but summon him from the dead, at least in spiritual form. But yeah, those things are, well, I don't know how to explain them. And I tried to use the silent image, above them so they can see what I'm talking about.
Oh, those. Did they have the big one there too?
This is probably the big one.
Yes, we can hear you, Lydia.
Hello.
We can hear you. Hello.
Yep,
Hi.
we can hear you.
Yep, I
You're
do
good.
need to up your volume though. I don't know why it's so low.
Sorry. I'm not very loud today. I'm very tired.
That
Rehearsal
makes
was...
sense. Rehearsal. Wouldn't be surprised if your throat's a little
fine.
bit sore as well.
Yes. And we have to wear masks and stuff?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But on the bright side, I get to start testing out my creative guts, and I get to make a veil. So that's gonna be fun.
Nice.
So, Oust, your father kind of taps you on the shoulder, and he goes like, "Laddie, I know what this thing is."
Oh.
And you didn't tell us. Okay.
The most,
Kind of.
yeah. So he goes, the most I can tell all of you is some of these things got away from the dwarven kingdom and started making their own society. We don't know where it is, but we've been looking for it a long time.
Oh, that's right. I
There's-
remember now.
There are rumors that they are far more advanced than the rest of us. They use flying vehicles and other things that we cannot really comprehend. Projectiles fired from large, just machines.
Kristen's eyes shine at the mention of that. I'm interested.
What, do you mean like a catapult? What do you...
Far stronger and far farther in range than a catapult.
And they explode when you use them, right? Like a smoke thing.
They could
Goes up
obliterate
there.
entire acres of land just from firing 3 of these things.
Oh, he's talking about bombs. Okay.
They are a threat to us all. We should probably do away with this one.
That's not a threat, that's an opportunity, buddy.
But on the other hand, if we can get their aid against the other issue that we're having...
Indeed.
Most of these things are quite xenophobic. I'm actually surprised one of them even got away.
Well, they can break away from one society. Who's to say they can't break away from another?
I think one tried to kill me.
I just want you to err on a side
No,
of
that
caution.
was a
That's all.
humanoid, Arwen. It wasn't one of these. What are they called? You have any idea?
We don't really call them much of anything right now.
Do you think that they were forged for war?
Well, considering the fact the bloody thing just flipped out a blade and shot a bolt in the air, I'd say so.
Why not we call
Maybe it's
them
a
war
prosthetic.
forged?
I feel like you're coinciding something there. Why don't we actually
Alright.
just ask the thing?
Hi!
He's not a
Rude of
thing,
me
he's
to
our
say
friend.
that.
Mr. 8008.
S.
Or Bob.
Designation Bob,
Wait,
mind you.
80085 is his full designation.
Yes, I know. Incredibly mature.
Maybe it is the
I'm-
most for sure.
His nickname would be
Hector, you know
80.
how to read, right?
Well, all the things that are readable. Oh, right. But I don't know if I can read their language because maybe I can actually.
She takes out a stick and then writes the numbers on the ground. You know what it says, right?
Can
That's
I, Smexy?
Um,
Do I know?
Oust snorts.
yeah, we'll say that you know what that looks like.
Oh, that is just an unfortunate name at birth.
Yeah, I know.
And if he's 888, if he's 885, that means there's at least others like him. That's rough.
Wait, do you think there's one named Boba?
Oh, you know, there's 88813.
Oh,
Or 135, even. Horrible.
oh no!
This other oust just looks at the other oust with, like, utter confusion as to why. Just why.
So, as you guys are talking about this, you smell the lovely aroma of burning wolf meat on a
You folks have some problems.
Kind of messed up golem is this.
fire. You turn and you see Perrin light a fire with firebolts into a campfire that he's set up and is starting to cook the meat.
That smells nice.
Sir starts munching on a crumpet.
Right.
All right, I forgot. You're vegan.
Morgak brings out crumpet.
It's just tasty. For some reason, it's still warm. I blame it on god magic.
Owen, you hear
What?
the booming voice of an orc on an elk. Scratch.
Yes, he's also alive. Say hello.
Oh, Jesus Christ, another Morgak.
She will lunge at him and hug.
There you go.
Alright, company, this is Peacekeeper Morgak. Peacekeeper Morgak, this is company. These are the other usses.
That's a
Morgak.
big orc. An even bigger elk.
Sorry, Morgan. What'd you say?
Regular Morgak looks at Peacebringer Morgak and says, "He's what?"
Peacebringer Morgak?
The what? Okay, I don't believe it, guys.
Does
I
not
forget
compute.
which one is. Is this one the Peacekeeper Morgan?
Oh,
Yeah.
He's still in the chieftain stage, isn't he? Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Morgak, I think you got ill into this other dimension and it hurts. It did some permanent damage to your brain, so he's a peacekeeper.
Not peace.
Unironically, I'm pretty sure Peacekeeper Morgak is in fact having a lower intelligence. Like, actually, sure.
Large Peacebringer.
Well, just checking if you're with us, buddy.
Yeah. Peacebringer Morgai pipes up and he's just like, I bring the peace in pieces. And he just kind of like slams his weapon into his hand.
Oh well, that explains a lot.
In a ring, drop the mic.
I don't care.
So what does
Can we
Morgak
please-
think of Peacebringer Morgak?
I mean, this entire time he's been squinting looking at him. And Peacebringer has been squinting looking at him, so it's kind of just this strange stare-off that they're having.
Look at him. He has knife ears. Must be another one of those things. Wait, does that mean...
Holds out, holds ear. No. No, that can't be. I'm green.
That would be the ultimate just twist in this entire campaign. Morgak is actually half elf.
No.
Welcome to the club, buddy.
Dreams to that heaven.
Wait, no, he's not half elf, he's like a quarter elf.
Yeah, true.
Ears.
Alright.
Sorry.
True. That means it's true.
So you guys, I'm assuming are just kind of sitting around the campfire, kind of eating some
We
food?
ever saw.
Sure.
Okay.
Hoping that Alwyn doesn't ask the question, but at the same time doesn't really mind if she does.
Which one?
The question is
Yes.
like where the hell they've been?
Oh, right. Hey, where did you go? It wasn't fair. I was left alone with these guys, and we were in a cage. It was not a fun time.
If at least you were left alone without our presence, it would be nice. But no, you were with us all the time.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hisham.
It's forgiven.
Took us
You
to say
can't
hello
really-
to another god. Mind you.
Which god?
The progenitor of your line.
What?
Oh boy.
So,
I'm sorry. What? No. Repeat.
Geth took me, and I believe Soul took Peacebringer to say hello to Soul.
After the fight, I just awoke in his realm.
No, that does remind me. You have something to share with me later, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell? Grandpa?
Got you a trumpet. That's all I can do.
He said he had a message, something about hello cupcake, said you'd know what it means.
Well,
I don't even like cupcakes.
I think he was referring to you as a cupcake.
Was that like him saying a message that you don't like yourself? That'd be normal house mumbling that.
Don't make me hurt you.
You're acting like I'd have to make you. You'd do it willingly.
No, I have some shape or fashion of restraint.
It's very limited.
I will not argue on that completely. It's
Depends
still
on
some
the
restraint.
situation and the person.
Whoa.
Mind blown.
No, 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 no. I'm scrolling through some stuff on Etsy to buy a mask, and there's a chainmail face mask.
That sounds entirely useless for this situation.
I agree.
It's just the pattern of chainmail. Ooh, that might work.
So, as you guys are talking, Bob kind of like goes towards the fire and sticks his hand into it. And it's like, designation, warm, feeling, happy. And it looks like his hand is actually heating up.
Okay. Not your normal goal.
Morgat just looks
Alright.
at Gollum and just thinks, yeah, this thing's good. It's just sleep.
Plunges hand into chest. Designation, blood, characteristic, warm.
Feeling pretty nice.
Oh, cool.
Searching for source mineral called blood. Source found. Big green orc.
Which one?
Isn't,
Yes.
well, I mean, Peacebringer is more brown and gray.
Is old.
Yeah.
That's another thing Morgat would bring up. Why are you so old?
I mean, time passes differently. I'm like 30, you may, Sir Oust says, pointing a thumb at himself.
Way.
I'm getting some
Huh.
severe lag, so I'm going to kick out Fred Boat for now.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Things aren't going as well as
Bye,
they
Fred
should.
Boat.
Alright. So, continuing on.
But
You
I'm
guys...
more or less 30. I don't know how old he is. He doesn't share it all the time. How old are you, Peacebringer?
Let's see. He kind of like counts on his hand. 1 year. 50.
It's
Nice.
even that didn't smorg. Yeah. I mean, quite an old for an orc. Huh?
No. Some live that long.
I'm
It all
gonna,
depends on what
I'm
type.
gonna get myself some water.
It all
Okay.
depends on the.
You go ahead, finish your thing.
It all depends on like what type of clan they are, what type of deal they're dealing with. You know,
Pipes.
basic stuff.
Most of
They want basic hygiene.
5.
Mm-hmm. And
Well,
how,
Wait, you guys-
how many people they decided to kill? You know, the usual.
Our main tactic is throw yourself at the enemy until the enemy stops. You don't live long.
Alright.
Well-
So,
More or less what we do here.
we're gonna fast forward a bit, guys, and we're gonna assume that you guys had a nice little meal of wolf meat, and you have decided to keep the wolf skins for now for warmth. Do you guys want to like which direction you want to head in? You want to go southeast some more, or?
Well, I guess we follow what parents said. In what direction?
Okay.
In
So
that direction, whatever direction that is.
that'll
Right, so
definitely
what did I
be
miss?
south.
Nah,
Nothing.
not sure.
Just deciding which direction you guys are going to head in.
How's the
Morgak
battery
and
boy
Morgak
doing?
on the fight. No.
So we are going to go ahead and move forward with that, and you guys head northeast. It's a little bit of a trek, and as you do so, the sun starts to set, and it becomes dusk, and you guys find yourself into a more heavily wooded area with a trail that leads down to what looks to be a very large ruined building. From
In the
what you
meantime-
can make out, there is one room that is heavily dilapidated in this area. It looks like it might be some living quarters of some sort, because you notice some bedding and some pallets that are set on the beds.
Okay, in the meantime, can I try to experiment if I can to Sam in the astral plane? You know, just speak, not summon him.
Okay.
So, you know, just trying to see if I can hear him.
Okay.
Or at least speak to him or something. Without doing any substantial summoning or something.
Okay, so try and keep the draw of the power a little lower.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, do I need to roll anything or...
Yeah, roll for Arcana, I would say.
Those are some nice rolls.
Ooh, yeah, okay. So you're just summoning his basic image, correct?
What? What?
Sorry, I was copying
Oh,
the fire version of Oust there.
He was already there, but okay.
Oh, okay. Because I got the
Can
regular.
multiply.
But
Yeah, this one just doesn't have the settings.
yeah, I got to grab Perrin's character too from here as well. So we're gonna say that yeah, you're able to summon a stronger image of Lothar to show up.
No, not image, just like
Oh,
to communicate.
to
with him
communicate.
without
Okay, yeah,
summoning
yeah.
action.
Yeah. So go ahead and say what you want to. It sounds like you've been able to connect.
Dial
Okay,
tone.
Lothar.
Hello, you've reached the Masquerade Telecommunications Services. Who would you like to contact?
Yes, I'm seeking my friend, alternate version, Dietrich Lothar.
Oh, Mr. Lothar. It'll be right up. Please enjoy the music in the meantime.
Look at my horse. My horse is amazing.
No! No!
That's what we're stuck in.
God
Sam.
damn it!
That's a nice tune. Hey, folks want to hear this.
Jesus. All right. After a very, very brief hold, you are put through to Lothar. It's like, I love this song.
Yeah, me too. It's really catchy.
I hate the Masquerade messaging service, Sorrel says as he steps a step away from Rifsam.
Hey,
Hey, I
not
think
the
it
worst.
could be worse.
Hey, you're not hearing it.
All right. So what do you ask, Kipsam?
Yeah, Lothar. While you're at it, please try to find a way for us to communicate without all this fuzz. You know, like dialing and everything, like a direct line of connection.
I will try, my friend, but the Wi-Fi in this realm is just atrocious. I've been telling Geth to get 5G, but he just doesn't want to listen. The package is too expensive,
Corona.
apparently.
The Masquerade provider does not exist in the realm of death.
404.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try to contact the boss and see if she can get a new modem.
Please do.
Okay, goodbye.
We need a new one.
It's just like,
Third time this month.
Wiedersehen. Click.
Also, you should try putting an aura up on Peacebringer, just so
I
we
got
can
it up.
actually.
Yeah, we have both. You got the green and the yellow.
Oh.
The thing is, because it's a private token, only I can see it.
Yeah.
Okay, now we need to follow this tool for alternatives. Don't touch each other.
Uh,
All right.
okay.
They were touching
Or
before.
stay at the same time.
As in, like,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, given that I did fight an alternate version of myself without any issues, I don't think that should be a problem.
All right,
Pause.
Perrin, you've got full control of your owl. You can go ahead and survey if you want.
More or less. I mean, it hasn't been the first time.
All right. So you fly over there. Let's just start revealing some areas here. So you're able to, your owl is able to see in here. There is a hole from what you notice in the ceiling of the larger section of this area over here. So if you want, I can move that owl and reveal what's inside that area.
Sounds good.
All right, so I'll do that.
How far up is the wall?
So the wall is probably about like 50 to 70 feet high, and as the owl flies over, there's a giant gap in the center of the roof.
All right. I want to try to climb up. I tell the people, hey, there seems to be a hole on top of the roof. I want to climb up the side of the building and go get a check on it that way. See what's up there.
Okay,
I'll go
sure.
with the front door. Well, the wall doors.
Yeah, so this area is like heavily dilapidated. Most of the wall in the corners have been like broken away, and as you enter,
I'm not just protruding my head, not entering.
oh, okay, you're not in. Okay, so it looks like all the wooden pallets in this area have mostly rotted away. Any cotton bedding that may have been used as coverings is tattered and lying on the wood pallets or strewn about the floor. And the cobblestone floor that you see is basically just overgrown with grass and weeds growing between the cracks.
Okay, I'll tell that to everybody, and I just look around if there's anything suspicious on the floor, like something that may move or, you know, that may be dangerous. And if there's nothing, I go forward.
So, Perrin, I'm going to go to you.
You fool! The house is a mimic. You take acid damage.
Okay. You wanna you wanna climb up the side of the wall? Could I get a acrobatics check, please? The owl doesn't have sight enabled at the moment, just because I'm not entirely sure how to turn that on myself. But what I think I would probably do is, like, anywhere you want your owl, I'll stick. And if you want the owl to go into that area, I can reveal that entire area to you.
Okay, so you're using Fog of War. You're not using the light thing.
No,
Yeah, exactly.
that is
I don't
correct.
have that ability because I have the free version. I don't have the advanced one.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay. fair
Perrin,
enough.
you want to get up there, right?
Yes.
All right.
No,
So,
no, don't
Pat-
press the spell. Don't go that far. He can climb himself. He's fine. Conserve your slots, please.
And if I fall, I
Please.
the feather one.
Yeah, there you go.
Hi.
All right, so you're gonna race. You see who gets to the top first?
Race. No.
No.
Then I'll
Okay.
make a mistake and I'll fall.
Okay. All right, so 18. That'll, with enough of like the loose bricks that are on the outside of the building and a couple of like strong vines that you're able to grasp onto, I'd say you got about like halfway up that building before you reach the top. So you're about halfway there now.
Living on a prayer. No, see, since he's
Okay.
halfway there.
I would say, yeah, you've made it to the top
went
of
on
the
a way.
building, and as you reach
Then
the
Perrin fell.
as you reach the top, which area were you like aiming for? I'm assuming like this section here.
I didn't see where you highlighted.
Oh, sorry. This section here.
Yeah, I wanted to get up to the top of the roof and then head over to where the owl saw the gap in the top of the roof.
Okay, cool. All right. So what we will do is you basically make a beeline to this area here. And
Be careful
I'm assuming
for
the
the
owl
loose.
follows as well.
Ooh.
So you kind of like travel over here. As you're going over, the entire roof is very heavily rotted. But I'll just say for time's sake, you managed to get to the very end of that safely without falling through any cracks or anything like that.
Okay.
So yeah, you would have made it to this. This is where the hole would be here.
And then I kind of lean over and stick my head down in and stealthily see what's going on.
Okay. So which direction do you look? Do you look to your right or left?
Back up this one here.
Okay, back up that way? Okay, so I will reveal that whole section here then. So, oh, why did that not work? Hold on. Come on. Cooperate, please. There we go. Okay, so
That's
you
a corpse.
take a look at that, and from your vantage point, you can see what looks to be an altar of some sort. There's various knocked over, burnt out candles set on a heavily soiled velvet placemat in the center. And behind the altar looks to be a skeleton adorned with burgundy ornate robes wearing a tall red velvet cap inlaid with gold trim. It's very similar to a skull cap.
Okay.
So a yarmulke, essentially.
That's some
So
royalty.
from the roof, I'm going to use my what's that thing called? The Mage Hand with the Ledgermane ability.
Your class thing, yes.
Yes.
So that'll let you do what specifically?
Many things.
Many things. Okay.
Put it up in the window there.
All right. So, and it's just going to be the one task you can perform?
Basically, I've got control over it as it's a hand. So basically, I want to have it obviously be invisible, and I want to go pluck those fine things with.
Okay. Just in case.
So you send the hand. What I will say is maybe roll for perception again. Because can you see through? Can you see the hand move and that's it, or can you see what the hand basically sees? I know a hand can't see, but like if you're seeing through it. No. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, he's able to absolutely control where it is within the radius of the spell's effect. So he absolutely understands its location. He doesn't see around the perspective of the hand. He sees from his own vision.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty much an extra hand that he's able to extend however long he wants within the spell's range. Of like, I don't know, how long is it?
30, I believe.
Sounds about right.
I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, 30 feet, so...
Alright. So yeah, maybe roll for perception as well for me, please.
Okay.
I've got that skill.
Ooh.
That's always good. Okay.
16.
16. Alright. So, as your hand moves, you notice that there are a couple other objects by the